Hello viewers of Strawberry 17, I am Kristina Horner and I'm your host here today on Creepy Haunted Booktube Month. I don't know if that's the name of anything, but that's what I'm calling it. Let's add a little scary ambiance to this video, shall we? Oh, that is so much better. So I'm here today to talk to you about scary childhood books. Everyone loves being scared around this time of year. It's almost Halloween, it's getting colder, we want to hear about ghosts and axe murderers and vampires and pumpkins coming to life and eating everyone. Is that a thing? If it's not, it should be. But what were the things that we were watching that were scaring us as children? What were the things that were influencing the types of scary things we are going to like today now that we're older? So today I want to talk to you about some of my absolute favorite scary books from childhood and sort of take a little trip down memory lane about the things that went bump in the night when we were kids. So first up, probably a really obvious choice for my first thing to talk about is Goosebumps. Goosebumps were so popular, when I was a kid at least, sort of the mid to late 90s. If you were in elementary school, you probably loved Goosebumps. At my library, they had about 10 Goosebump books available and kids would run to get those first and check them out. It was always about two kids, usually friends or cousins or siblings, getting into some sort of trouble with some sort of scary creature or situation or person, and it always had that great twist ending. I just loved them. I had every single Goosebump book, including the Choose Your Own Adventure ones, which I loved. Some of my favorites were The Haunted School. That one looked like this. If you didn't read it or you don't remember, it's about these kids that got sucked into this other side of their school, the sort of shut down side, where the color starts being sapped from them because they're living in this black and white world and it's scary, and all of these kids were caught in this like old-timey photograph or something like that. I'm giving you a lot of spoilers, so I'm gonna zip my lips in case you want to go reread it, because it was, in my opinion, the very best Goosebump book ever written. I also loved the Say Cheese and Die series about this camera that you would take your picture and then it would show this like really bad thing rather than what you actually took a picture of, and then that thing would happen. It was like really scary as a kid. Next up was a series of short stories that you may or may not remember called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I do have this copy. This is the very first one. It had the creepiest art, as you can see right here on the cover, and just all throughout it, it just had the creepiest art. My friends and I used to tell stories to each other from this book at sleepovers, and we would just scare the pants off of each other. They're really, really creepy. It's been a little while since I've read them, but I might try reading some again as an adult and see if they were actually as scary as I remember, because these were the stuff of nightmares as a kid. The last one I want to tell you guys about, I don't actually have a copy of, but it's R.L. Stine's The Beast. This was a book that for some reason got wildly popular in my elementary school. Someone read this book first and then told everyone, and then there was a constant wait list at my library for people to check it out to read. Premise of this book is that these two cousins are at this amusement park and they hear that there's a ghost haunting a roller coaster, and then these kids decide that they want to find out firsthand if this is true, and so they stay in the park after hours. This is a terrible idea, especially because doing that somehow makes these two cousins end up teleported back in time to the 1930s right before some big catastrophic event happens that they have to warn everyone about. So I guess I have R.L. Stine to thank for most of my nightmares as a kid, but I loved all of these books. I loved being scared. The rest of the time I was reading Babysitter's Club, so I think it was a good contrast to have all of these other scary stories to read. So let me know in the comments down below, what were your favorite scary stories? What were the things that kept you up at night? What were you reading in elementary school, or did you even read scary stories back then? And thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Strawberry 17 for more fun videos like this, and if you're interested, you can go check out my channel. I make videos twice a week on all sorts of fun topics, mostly geek related stuff, a lot of book stuff. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon.